it's Kaylin here at Full Purpose and Heart, and this video I am going to give you a review of our curriculum that we used for our kindergarten year. I have watched a couple of other YouTube videos, homeschooling moms do this kind of thing, and it's great to have a recap of what you planned on doing at the beginning of the year, and then now at the end of the year to be able to hear how it went. So that's what I'm going to do for you today. If you're interested in that, let's go ahead and get started. So, if you want to go back, just as another little quick note, if you want to go back and watch the selections that I chose in my kindergarten year, go back and watch that Curriculum Choices kindergarten video. Then you can see what I was all excited about and what I chose and why I chose it. And this video I'm going to try, I won't go in the same order because I don't remember them, but I'll let you know what I did use and how it worked and then what we kind of dropped off and that sort of stuff, okay? So, to start, I selected to do the Word of Life Daily Devotions. This is ages 4 to 6, and we use this throughout the duration of the school year. How I chose to use it changed, but in the end, we were still using it, and I really did like it. So, I would recommend it. Check the description box below for this and all links to my curriculum that I chose. I am not affiliated with any of these, so I just am going to give you a link to their general website, and then you can kind of surf around and see what you want for your family. But anyway, we did this. It was great. I really did enjoy it. So number 2, I talked about our core. Now in kindergarten, core for me was just math and language arts. So I chose to do Horizons. For the phonics and reading program, I chose the boxed set. I did a curriculum review on the Horizons curriculum specifically. It was a little more in-depth, so if you're interested in checking out that video, you can. But I did do Horizons for English and math. I really enjoyed both of them. We will be doing Horizons in first grade for both the English and the math subjects. So I liked, the only thing that I didn't like, there are a couple of things I'll let you know. With the Horizons language arts, I didn't like the length of some of the activities, and I really did feel like some of them were more redundant than necessary. Now, I don't know if that's just a personal thing, or maybe on those specific days I was kind of in a rush to get school done just so we could get on with our day. So, not to say that the curriculum was bad, but I do remember I felt often like I was selecting specific activities within the lesson instead of just going from the beginning to the end. And then my other little note for the Horizons math is their number 4s are fancy 4s is what we call them. And that's where the two tops meet at the number 4 instead of having them open. Do you like my little diagram here? Okay, open is how I was teaching my preschooler the number 4, and then here in kindergarten they were making it with the triangle top. So anyway, that was kind of, I mean, it was a quick switch, but we did call them fancy 4s throughout the duration of the school year. In fact, my son was still recognizing and talking about why do they always do the fancy 4s? So anyway, but I did like it, and we are using this for our level 1 as well. Now, this is where things got a little choppy. So we decided, okay, in my curriculum video that I posted, I talked a lot about interactive notebooks. I was super excited about interactive notebooks. I thought they were gonna just like make this kindergarten year amazing. And I think that my expectations were a little bit more than reality. I went ahead and I purchased 3 of these interactive notebooks, planners, I guess, or curriculum things from Carson DeLosa. I had a coupon, so I was just spending a bunch of money there anyway. And I used the science one very little. In fact, I probably should have used it more now that I think about it. There's probably stuff in here that went along with the units that I ended up building outside of this curriculum, but I never pulled this out and used it. That's not true. We did do some. We did plants out of here, like a plant unit out of here. I did a YouTube video on some plant units that we did out of here. So I did use it a little bit, but I didn't use it a ton, and mostly just because the rest of the year got busy, so this got pushed off to the side. Didn't ever use this. I had intended to use it, but we just didn't, and I felt like the curriculum with Horizons was sufficient, and the year was busy, so I didn't ever pull this out, sadly. I should have, because there's some really cute stuff in here, but I didn't pull it out. So anyway, there was that one. And then language arts, I used a little teeny bit. I ended up using this more as a sample for me to build my own interactive notebook for my student. That kind of went along with the lessons that I was doing out of the Horizons curriculum. So this was more just like a template that I was using, not necessarily the actual like pages that they had inside, but I did use it and I liked it. This is what we ended up building. This was my son's interactive notebook for phonics, and I kind of built it along with, again, the Horizons phonics curriculum. You'll kind of notice my student got really lazy at the end, and I had him do this while my preschoolers were doing their interactive notebooks, but for some reason my son was just more distracted around the preschool kids. Anyway, so it just didn't like come out to as beautiful as I wanted it to, but I don't know. I was talking about in the video where I was talking about it whatever ago, I purchased the quick like spiral notebook, the like 20-cent spiral notebook, because I was a homeschooler and I didn't feel like it would have wear and tear. I still feel like that's true. I would say that this was a good thing to use because even though it's kind of like beat up a little bit, the students that I have come into my home for our preschool, theirs look really nice. This looks pretty good. So it was a good curriculum overall and I did enjoy it. And again, I got the idea from this curriculum. So this wasn't a bad purchase for me. I did use it and I liked it. And a lot of the ideas I started from here and then kind of like built my own. But this really did turn out to be more labor intensive because I had built a bunch of pages and then the pages felt repetitive. So I was looking for different ways to make the pages. So anyway, I liked it and now it's done. So if you're considering an interactive notebook, just know that you're going to want to find lots of different activities because doing like different pages is really what makes this more enjoyable instead of like the same activities over and over again, just switching up the blends or the letter sounds or whatever. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to add on to this. So after we finished this, we finished working on our interactive notebook, I don't even remember, January maybe, February, March-ish, I don't know, somewhere in there. So then I went ahead and I got this. This is Writing Without Tears, the orange book. And my son does this now while my preschoolers are doing their interactive notebooks. It's more of just a handwriting curriculum. I'm kind of pretty bored with it. I don't think that it's really anything special. I have lots of alphabet handwriting pages that I've collected over the years, and I could very easily just print those off and put them into a book, and it would be just as effective as this. I don't know. Wah, wah, wah. I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's effective and it teaches them the letters, but I don't have anything really like, I'm not like amazed by it. So it's definitely worth the cost. It wasn't very expensive. I don't even remember a lot about it, but anyway, so that was that. Good, positive, I would recommend it if you're looking for a very simple. In fact, you know what? I'm going to say this. This video is turning out a lot longer than I expected. I'm going to say this. I think that this is a great tool for younger kindergartners, like in the very beginning stages. I'm actually considering purchasing this book for my preschoolers this coming school year because I teach preschool out of my home if you haven't picked that up. Anyway, so I think that this is a very early writing. Now, I started my son writing like early because I'm a teacher and I love to teach. So he was like writing. Same with my 2-year-old that I have right now. She's been writing with the preschoolers for a long time. So it's not, I know like a lot of teaching styles out there are to delay writing and to encourage writing later, just more of just coloring and that sort of thing. So depending on what your teaching style is, just pay attention to that and then you can decide if this is age appropriate for the teaching style that you choose. But again, they're just letter formations. It's nothing like advanced or fancy or whatever, just letter formations. Okay, my last thing that I'll chat with you about is our social studies unit, and we did, I did Karen Jones. I did a couple of reviews of her curriculum that I purchased on Teachers Pay Teachers, and we did 3. I have 2 of them here. I Am a Good Citizen, and then Our World. This is the 3rd this is the third one we're doing. It is her Unit 5, but we did 3 of them. And I did enjoy using them. I think that they were good. The Our World, I'll have to do a video just so you can kind of get a more in-depth look of this curriculum, this unit itself. I did like it. We're struggling through it a lot more. It's the end of the school year. That might be why. I'm getting more lazy. That might be why. We just want to wrap things up. That might be why. But anyway, we're going to actually carry this over into our summer basket. And then we'll finish it up during our summer school time. So, which is a lot more relaxed and a very condensed version of our regular school day. So anyway, there were a lot of other things that I kind of supplemented in here and there, along with, you know, fun different units that we talked about. So I think it was a really successful year and I really enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to the first grade coming along. And like I said earlier, like, I think I just need to start embracing that I love this homeschooling journey that we're on right now. I'll quickly mention, if you haven't followed along in my channel recently, or at all, if you're new here, welcome. If you are doing a kindergarten curriculum or you're trying to use this video as a platform to build your kindergarten curriculum, I do have my whole kindergarten year, I did update videos sporadically throughout the year. So I'm going to say there's probably about 9 or 10 update videos that will give you like real-time updates as we went through our curriculum. So that might be helpful if you're trying to figure out if this is something that you're going to want to use in your school. Then you can see days that I liked it, days that I didn't. I was a lot more like fresh in knowing why I was liking it and not because it was real time. So I would recommend that if you're interested in it. I called it Our Homeschool Life, and it's the 2017-2018 school year that we did that. So anyway, and also if you're new, you may want to consider subscribing to my channel because we are going into first grade and all of the good things that are going to start in our first grade year. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll catch you in another video.